If you struggle in chess, you are very lucky because I got you covered. You should improve in the area where you are the worst. And if you don't know where that is, I will play a complete game, opening, middle game, conversion, end game, everything. And you will be able to pause, see what you are thinking, see where you deviate. I'll analyze the game. You'll see if your move was better than mine. And by the way, if you are still here because probably 50% already clicked off, thank you so much. Because you can type in chess improvement, go with the big names, go for the save option, but you chose to risk your time with me. So thank you a lot. Let's not waste your time. Yeah, let's start. So, children, I have been losing everything, including my mind. Why? Because I'm incapable of thinking anything that has to do with some rational work, and I have been going crazy. I am dumb, stupid, and dumb to a incredible level. It has not been a good day. He thinks he's pressuring me, which is cute. Takes is just takes. If takes, I'll take with the pawn. So I can still take, or something. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, this is just a fine position. It looks like I'm under pressure. I'm really not. So let's analyze my opening. I like to do these opening analysis. I will go over what I actually played in the actual analysis. I will go over what I should have played in here. This is my course. I will try and publish it. For now, it's just for the video. So we went into a Caro-Kann. He played the advance. I like to go for the c5 line, and he went into the Botvinnik setup. I did play the best move, and here he plays f4. And this is where I got my lines mixed up because I played knight to h6. That's not the line here. If he takes now with f4, this is the ID. So I got my lines mixed up, but you will see the same ID come back. It's c3 and after f4. So I played this. I should have taken. He has to take back with the pawn. Now this pawn is incredibly weak. And I should have gone for h5. Just taking some space, maybe taking a grip over g4. Making sure that if he makes a pawn chain, we can just get a quick attack on it. Just taking some control. Uh, it's a weird engine move, to be fair, but it does make a lot of sense if you know it. But you won't find it if you don't memorize it, to be fair. Here, he usually will just defend everything with the bishop. Now we go for knight to h6. So we do kind of transpose, except my pawn is on h5, just taking a grip, maybe marching forwards if needed. And I just develop, he just develops, get the queen out. Here there's a line with queen to d2. I think that's the engine's preferred move, but that's not human to find, in my opinion. You could argue that you are breaking the spin, but you're just starting a new pin. So I think this is the top computer line. I don't think your opponents will ever find it. It's more natural to just attack a queen, but actually, after bishop check, he is screwed. One of the most sensible things to do is to just block, and after queen b5, take and knight takes, he has to be incredibly careful. This is a big threat. And obviously, he doesn't have to blunder it. Uh, but it's quite hard. Let's say you just bring your knight into a safe spot, pressuring some things. GG. This is GG. That's a double check. So the king has to move. Always in a double check, the king has to move because you cannot block because there's two checks, and you cannot capture the piece because there's two checks. So the king has to move. And where does the king move to? It's blocked over here. This is the line of check. So that's not possible. He only has two options. If here our knight gets in and we get an awesome position where we are threatening just way too much things, our pieces are way too active. And if here you just fall to knight to e3, so basically you have to go into this check, probably run, but then we get another check, you have to run, and now we get this fork. Let's say you go here, we give a check, so we just analyzed you cannot go here, your other line is to go there. So king here, knight here, you have to go there. And I mean, maybe there's not an immediate knockout, but this position is quite dead. You are not able to defend this. Especially, what you have to learn from this is that we have so much activity because our bishop is in the center, first of all. A bishop in the corner only sees d7 squares. A bishop in the center will see 3, 3, 3, and 4, which is 13. Almost double. And a knight is only influential if it's on his side of the board. So if you ever heard something about play positional chess, that's exactly this. Fight for the center, get a bishop and your queen in the center because those pieces see diagonals, and diagonals very important that you are in the center because you just see more squares. Get your rooks to open files and to the second or seventh rank, and get your knights close to the king or the target that you want to attack. That's the most important thing about positional chess. So the diagonal pieces in the center, knights go to your target, rooks on open file, try to infiltrate on the second rank, or the seventh if you're white. And I mean, that was the opening. I should have played that. I mean, this is a weird line. Usually, Caro-Kann lines are a bit different. Let's go to another line to this is more popular. We just take, get the bishop out, get into a very easy position. This is usually how the Caro-Kann goes. And here you have a nice idea. A lot of people just attack the knight for absolutely no reason. Actually, especially if the bishop is just a pawn with a hat on, but still quite annoying actually. Um, Bishop to e7 can come in handy. And I didn't know this, by the way, until I was like 17, 1800. But because you are a learnchess subscriber, because you're probably already 10, 15 minutes into this video, so I presume you like me, like the video, subscribed, maybe shared with other nerds. Your queen and bishop are best mates in this opening. These two just work together like a charm. You either play your bishop to e7 to fight for the g5 square, or play your queen to c7, play your bishop to d6, and fight for the f4 square. And attack this, but that's only low elo things. That never gets blundered above like 1600-ish. So that's how a normal Caro-Kann goes. His best move is just playing this. I mean, just stopping our knight infiltration and allowing this knight infiltration. I mean, this is just the engine move. Will a human find it? Maybe, but so now, as I said, rook on the open file. This is the engine's preferred move. I mean, fair enough. We just trade it off. Why do we trade it off? Pop question. Pop question. Why do we trade it off? Because we have 5 out of 7 pawns, like 70% of our pawns are on light squares, which means that our dark squared bishop is an absolute champ. Our light squared bishop is just bad. And in this particular situation, if you go back, we get forked. We will be forced to take the bishop because that's the safe to it. We don't lose a piece. We can take this with a fork. He will be forced to take back. Then we can save our bishop. But we don't want to save the bishop and give away this knight. This knight is way stronger than this bishop because it influences the center. And this bishop is quite bad because of our pawn chain. So that's why we take. That's another positional thing you have to learn as a learnchess subscriber. So yes, we give him the bishop pair, but it's the best move, and now we see this g5 ID, and after takes and takes, our queen is a champ. This is under a lot of pressure. Our rook can come to c4 in some lines. Maybe we just castle, double up slowly, get our knight to an outpost. We also have ideas with, like, imagine he has to play knight to e2. We could look at some knight to h5, threatening checkmate here and attacking the bishop with the pin. But he could move the king here if he wants to give up his bishop, damage the structure, or play queen to d3. So it doesn't work yet, but those are just ideas. And if you just maximized the activity of your pieces, which means this is a diagonal piece, where does it have to go? As close as possible to the center. But here it can get kicked, so probably the queen is optimized here. The knight should control the center, which they do. Your king has to be castled, double up the rooks on the open file, try to infiltrate to the second or maybe the first, or try to attack the weakness from the side. And you will probably be able to win a pawn because this position is very hard to defend. If you win this pawn, by the way, you in every endgame have a protected passed pawn. Feel free to trade pieces as much as you can and then just push your passed pawn. If you win this pawn, now you have a queenside majority, so your endgame plans will just include trading it off into a passed pawn, pushing your passed pawn. So now you got a endgame lesson as well. If that was not enough value to deserve a subscription, I don't know what I can do in like 20 minutes for you, but yeah, so that's a look into opening, middle game, and end game. You're welcome. Let's go back. He didn't pin himself, which is slightly annoying. Mm, take. Yeah, that might be annoying. After down. Okay. If you take, I'll be able to take. Um yeah, this should just be a nice position. But we'll see. What is even the plan? That's the plan, but I can take taking is dumb though. Um you can take back with the knight, but then I'll be able to pin. You'll be able to do that. I'll be able to. I have a feeling that's losing. I'm not sure because my king is also very unsafe. But I think after this I can say no. Wait, does that not just lose? Huh? Free? I can just retreat, castle, support my pawns. Okay, thank you, sir. What? Mm. Okay, so this is the time where I always lose. I just have to think. Just think. I have this. You probably want to move anyway. Uh, I think you're threatening this, but that shouldn't be a threat. So let's castle way too quickly again. And I think that was the point. But I can still defend my bishop. If you do this. Um oh no. After this I have takes. If you attack my bishop, I can come here. Oh, you just want to trade like a dog. What? Why would you allow that? That's so dumb. Now I take control over that square so that you cannot take the file. You'll probably try and make a pawn break, but you can take me. I'll have a protected passed pawn. And your knight is still a donkey, which is always nice. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. I could do this, but I don't think I see the value. Let's just develop. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think he wants to do this, and I really want to allow him to take and take so that I have a protected passed pawn. That would be awesome. Okay, so you just allow me to infiltrate. Your knight is hanging. So you have to leave. I'll take another pawn. What are you even trying to do? I'm so confused. That's hanging. I control these squares. That's hanging. This is under pressure. So this is now a free pawn. You'll be able to move. Yeah, that's valid. I don't know if I want to allow this. And if I take, you take. Huh. What if I do this? Here, like that. I can just go in. And that's good pressure. Yeah, I think this is just fine. And if you do this, your knight is hanging. That's hanging. This is hanging. This is now not a threat. Yeah, that looks like a nice move. Trying to kick the bishop, but I think I wanted to play this anyway. Can I now take so that after it takes I can just take and you damage my structure, but I want another pawn? Yeah, I think I can just do that. This, if you kick me first, I could trade or give a check. They should both work. And if you're not careful, this is coming, that's coming, this might be coming, and elite level commentary, by the way. That's why you are here. Yeah, and that's the donkey version of what I was talking about. But I mean, I'm not even forced to do anything now. I could hang around if I want to. This though. Mm, if I ask for a trade, take, is that annoying? Kind of. So maybe I should just go here. That is not a threat. I can just take it. And I can push. If you do this, I just give a check and I'm fine. If you attack me, I could trade or move. I'm not concerned. And if I can push this, I just have an elite pawn chain. Yeah, that looks like something, but I can just... And this is not a thing. I should have calculated that before though, but all good. And now I should try and activate. That's not a thing because of this, by the way. Whoops. Let's hope our opponent just has some brain damage and blunders that. That would be funny. I could go for another pawn with this and then infiltrate. Now that my pawns are this solid, that should be a good thing to go for. Did I not have a threat? Not really, but you don't have either. I think I want to go here, but then that's an issue, isn't it? I could take. Hmm. Take, if rook takes, I have a queen trait. It's not forced, but after takes, what do you do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that. I'm up 2 pawns, so this should be fine. And I mean, my 2 pawns are elite. If queen takes, I can infiltrate. That might be slightly annoying. And I don't really have a threat. Yeah, and if this, I can ask a queen trait you have to deny, and then I win another pawn. Oh, you win my pawn back too, though. But after this, I could ask for another queen trait. And you cannot take because your queen is hanging, and after takes and takes, I don't think you have time for this. So I'm up 3 pawns now, and they're elite. This is your try. I mean, that's not even defended, but... It's counterplay, so maybe... If I go for this and you put your rook there... Can I do this and attack your other rook? But then you have take, take, take. Here, you go there. I can just do this. And if you really want to take or trade, I'm up too many pawns. So I think just trading this off is fine, even if it blunders a pawn after a heck of a sequence. I mean, if he finds this, he just deserves the pawn. Yeah, I'll just trade a pair of rooks. Maybe I should have thought about that a bit longer, but... Oh, I have a queen trade. Yeah, GG. GG. Yeah, and that's a very easy way to convert. Just low-key your pins. I don't have any obligation to trade queens. You can either... Oh, shoot, I had an obligation to trade queens. Okay, I messed it up. Yeah, I didn't see the interference, but you don't have counterplay now, so... That was so dumb, man. God damn it. This I might have some tactic, but... Yeah, that was dumb. I just had a queen trade into a very easy winning endgame, but I don't believe you have any counterplay, so I can just push my pawns. Check doesn't do anything. You can blockade one, but I'll do this with that and just pushing them. So my rook here is very nice, monitoring these two while my queen can monitor that. um, Takes with a check. I mean, you open up my rook. I understand that you're going for a bit of chaos, but after takes and takes, the only one helping is me. Uh, After takes, push here, there's nothing. Okay, he just gave up. That's sad. I really wanted it to convert that a bit more. But I mean, fair enough. That was a good game. Have you learned anything about converting, activating pieces, and attacking? Um, yeah, subscribe. So, yeah, I was thinking about this, but that is a bit risky, isn't it? Uh, I mean, check, block, check, run, it's fine, but I mean, whatever. So let's go from our perspective, just the Caro-Kann. This is fine, the Botvinnik setup. And this is one of the moves. Apparently I should take first, but whatever. And after all of this, I'm doing great. And I do find a clutch move, and after takes and takes, I'm already completely winning. I can take, pin the knight. I really was expecting this, and I was looking for a way to maneuver to attack you, so I think I would have found this, to be fair. You can only do this, and oh, I thought that was the plan. Oh, that wasn't the plan. I should attack your queen. Your queen has to move. Now I can attack your queen again. You have to go. Now I can attack this, and after takes and takes, I don't see a difference between the positions except the queen is gone. What do you do after this? Attack me. I can take with an attack on the queen, but you take with an attack on the queen, and that's why the queens had to be gone. Okay, that's beautiful. I wouldn't have seen that, to be fair. But my opponent plays a bad move, just gives up a pawn. I shouldn't even take it. What? What is even my threat here? I have no clue. The engine is smoking. I don't care. I just take a pawn, you activate. Apparently there were... Okay, I knew. Now we just get the same position. What is the difference? I don't understand the engine, man. There is no difference. I don't care. So, yeah, now we're totally winning. He trades bishops. That's absolute brain damage. I was thinking about here. Now it is quite annoying that I should defend my bishop, which I can't. So I had to pin, which I was calculating. Which is tricky, and after takes and takes, it's fine, but you have so many other moves. But I mean, everything is fine apparently. So I would have found that. But you just trade, which is absolutely horrible. This is the best move because I don't want to allow you on the open file. That's a very subtle but clutch move. You should see those types of moves that will help you improve a lot. And after he just develops, I try to infiltrate. I infiltrate at the worst moment, but it doesn't matter. And I just pacify the knight, take a free pawn, don't hang my queen, and make a beautiful pawn chain. And now all of the pressure in the position is just gone. There's nothing left. I have an incredible pawn chain. I have a very strong bishop. Your king is quite weak if you were to move this pawn. So the king is immobile, this pawn is immobile, this rook is mid. It wanted to go here, but I just took it away and I have this insane pawn chain which can't be attacked because my bishop is just too strong and your king too weak. So you can try something, but after takes and takes here and that, I just take another pawn and this is just over. I infiltrated, which isn't the best of moves, but that was horrible. And after takes and takes, I have check, a forced queen trade I should have taken, but I played this and allowed you to get some more chances. But I mean, I did all of the best moves except for this one. But you just resign here. There's nothing anymore after this. I mean, after takes, I can just take or take. Now the queen and the rook are hanging, so that's GG. If you move, I can do everything I want. I can take with a check if I wanted and just push my pawns. I can probably just ignore you too and just push, and after takes, I could even ignore here. That's disgusting. Attack the rook. Go in. That's a hanging rook. What am I doing? I mean, yeah, it's over. So, if you learned anything, liked it, or something, I would suggest you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.